folks, this is Edge 4006 here doing a product review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Streamlight TLR 2HL weapons light. This is a real neat light. This has a combination of weapons light with laser. Has a toggle switch here, so you can pick whether you want the light, the laser individually or combined. And this one also does have the strobe feature as well. Really neat construction. As you see, we have it set up for the Glock, and right here are the controls. You have the front and when you want momentary and when you want it locked on. And if you do it twice, you get the strobe feature to come on. Really neat light. So I've been running this light for about right under 4 months, and it has been an outstanding light altogether. I've been mainly using it on my Glock 22, but had it on there, zeroed it in, got it dead on. At first I kind of had a hard time doing it. It wasn't because of the light, it was just me getting used to the the learning process and how to zero it in. And once I got it dead on, I was able to hit these steel targets we got that are real small. They're very challenging, and with that light I should be able to hit them with my open sights, right? But with the laser I was able to make it a little bit easier, and it was really neat. Lasers real nice and bright. We were able to get pretty good visibility of it in daylight. I mean, the green lasers are always going to have a little bit better luminance, I guess, in the daylight as well, visibility. But the red, I mean, it did well for the conditions we were putting it through. And I was very impressed with the accuracy and the total output. Right, I would like to go over some of the features of this TLR2HL weapons light. Of course, it has a C4 LED technology for extreme brightness. You're getting ambidextrous, momentary, and steady on-off switch. Your security fits for all different variety of weapons. As far as for the rail system. You pretty much got every rail system that you need put in here. Right now I'm set up with the Glock. You got the one-handed detachment for easy on and off. It keeps your hands away from the muzzle when you're attaching or detaching. Very neat. You also have the extensively live fire tested impact resistant construction. It's also water resistant, IPX4 rated. So that's pretty sweet, and the strobe can be disabled if need be. Yeah, well, one of the things I also forgot to mention right here, you're going to have the adjustments for the laser for windage and elevation. And I was able to zero that in dead on. Another cool thing is you can put this on, when you put this on a rifle or a shotgun, you can get the adapter where you get the switch to be able to turn the light on and off, by a contact switch. It's an accessory you can add on. It's really neat if you want to go that route. Right now I'm mainly using this one as a pistol light, and the previous model I have I'm using more as this one's going on an AR, so that's why I have the 1913 Picatinny rail option on that one. Comparing the TLR2HL with the TLR1, as far as dimensions, they're pretty much the same. You look at the lights, again, the only real big difference is this is a first generation, so I believe the LED is different on it, and then also as well as this is the laser. It's attached, so it's going to give it a little more extra width, at least on the bottom here. But other than that, they're almost identical in dimensions. The options are internal as well, are somewhat different. Alright, you might be asking, how much extra weight is this weapons light going to add? Well, the light weighs 4.78 ounces. So with the Glock coming in with a full magazine, this Glock 22 weighs about 34.4 ounces. So you're getting a total roughly around 39.2 ounces total. So you're right under 40. 40 ounces is what you're going to get. And that's fine. I mean, I expected some obvious weight was going to be added to it. I anticipated that. I like it, like I was mentioning earlier, that this also helps, with the balance of this gun, with the recoil. The 40 units with the West, and for some folks it's just dandy. Some people can be a little snappy, and this helps keep everything balanced. So I'm pretty happy with it. I got a really good holster set up for it, and carrying it just feels fine. Doesn't really feel necessarily heavier than any other gun that I've carried, and I've carried some heavy guns. They do make another option, a TLR 3, which is made of polymer. I just wanted to go with the TLR 2 because of in the past its reputation, as far as it being a really tough all-around flashlight. And I'm really happy with the construction of the first one I got, the TLR 1, so I stayed with the same series, and I definitely recommend that. Okay, well, let me show you how to install the batteries and access that switch. These are the batteries. These are the original batteries that came with this light. They're still running strong. I've been testing this for over 4 months now, and these are the original batteries. Or right under 4 months, excuse me, but these are the original batteries from Streamlight, you see, and these are CR1238 batteries. I still don't need to change them. I bought plenty of batteries, you know, just to be, guess, on the prepper side, you know, having some extras, but they have really stood strong. I still have plenty of light coming out of it. It hasn't weakened. If it did, and even just, I'd say even 10%, I'd probably replace them. I did want fresh, you know, the most powerful brightness or illumination I can get out of this flashlight. You know, when I'm accessing it, I don't want it to be weaker or deal with it. You know, try to milk the batteries for all they're worth. If they start getting weak on me, I'm gonna change them, and I haven't had to. This thing's still really going strong, and like I said, I do test out the laser, and I go to the range. I've been using it when I go to my folks' house. I'm always kind of waving the flashlight against the fence. You know, they got a really huge backyard where I can kind of scan the yard a little more, and you know, within privacy. And it's still, I do not need to replace the batteries. See, going on almost 90 days, so it's gonna be interesting to see how much longer I can go with these original sets of batteries. But if I do a follow review, I'll definitely bring that up again. So if you're going to replace the batteries, you basically take them out. You got your designated ends, which one goes where. Put them in right there. Oop. Get the switch on. Go ahead. It's kind of hard to do on camera sometimes. Alright, got that in. Got to get that lip at the bottom right there. And they just close her up, and that's it. Rock and roll. So let me go ahead and mount this on the gun. When you're going to mount this light, the way it works for, I guess, for, you know, locking it onto the rail, it has this push system. You do loosen it up, and you're going to tighten it up as well, so it's not a quick on-off, like, you know, it's just going to be hanging on there waiting for you to push off. But that rail right there is basically going to move over a little bit, and it should have enough gap on it right now to just get on the pistol. Let me see if I can do this all in frame here. Alright, we get it on both sides. Alright. Now I'm just going to lock that down. You can do this by hand. What I really like is putting this light on, is you can do this by hand. You can get it pretty tight in there too. And this little slot you see here, if you really want to get some tightness on there, you just get a coin out of your pocket and give it an extra nudge. And now it's on there solid, it's not going anywhere. The way the Glock is set up, I mean, these rails are set up, they're going to fill in that notch. So I've been able to take this light off and put it back on and maintain 0 on the laser. I was a little initially kind of skeptical about that, if that was going to work or not. And I was surprised that I was able to keep 0. I took this off a couple of times and put it back on, and it's dead on with the sight. So that was really a plus. And it's definitely made this a very cool light, because now I got a Glock 19. If I wanted to, I could move this to this gun, and it should keep about the same 0. They're not that far off, just a little bit longer slide, a little bit longer sight picture that you're going to get. But it I put it on the other day, and I was almost certain it was as well dead on. So that was pretty cool. Really impressed with that. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the light, how does it affect the balance of the gun? This is a Glock. They're not typically nose heavy, pretty well proportioned on weight. You know, once you got a magazine in there, recoil, especially on a Smith & Wesson 40 Smith & Wesson round that's in here, sometimes it can get a little snappy. This has actually helped a little bit with the weight. It kind of balances it a little more. I haven't seen it where I'm noticing it's dipping. It does make the gun a little bit heavier, but not by very much, realistically. It's been really neat to shoot. Now pretty much this is how I leave this pistol. I have it set up as a home defense pistol, and this is the light that's on it. It's bumping the night. This bad boy's coming out. And that's why I was talking about earlier. I definitely want to make sure that those lights are at their maximum output, or the batteries at their maximum output, so this light can do what it was designed to do. But the weight and balance, it's been pretty good. I have no complaints on that. Again, 4 months it's been something that I'm thinking about maybe even putting this on all my pistols. All right, here. So I'm gonna do a little demonstration, hopefully, and hit the target. Hopefully, these targets aren't easy to hit sometimes. I have right now I'm using my Glock 22. I have the Streamlight TLR 2HL, and I'm gonna use the laser and try. I've zeroed it in the garage as much as I can with just eyeballing it. I'm hoping that I can be able to hit these targets consistently. So I'm gonna give it a shot. All right, it worked out better than I thought it was. I guess eyeballing it wasn't too bad. I'm almost near dead center. A little left, a little to the right. Man, I couldn't tell for sure. I think I'm going a little to the left. The way it's set up, but you know, it's very effective, and that laser is neat, man. All right, you show the laser on a paper target. We're about what, about 10 feet away. So, see the laser? It's all lined up. I'm going to put a couple shots here. Okay, let's show this again. Pretty sure I was able to get it right over the bore. These were the sides would be dead on. Alright, what I got here is my pocket flashlight. It's my everyday carry. This flashlight is 130 lumens at its peak, and as you can see here, got a long backdrop here. This fence line at its peak over there in the corner is roughly about 40 yards, and you're getting pretty good illumination with a small range there, but really clear. You can see, you know, detect what's against the wall. This is 130 lumens. Now let me show you with the TLR 2HL, 630 lumens. You can obviously a broader, you know, scope. The illumination is very, very bright. Again, it's 630 lumens, and as you can see, a little laser beam going there. That's also really cool. So we can put it strobe and standard, and then if we just want the flashlight enabled, there you go. Alright folks, all in all, it's been a really great time reviewing this product. Like I said, it's been about 4 months of putting it through its paces and testing it in environments that I've been able to put it through, and it's been shining, you know, like a champ. No issues. I don't have anything negative to say. Usually, you can always pick at something, and you know, the price point's outstanding. The device has performed, you know, outstanding. The battery life is so far is holding up just great. The laser's dead on 0 and maintains itself, and obviously it's been able to, you know, just, you know, keep on trucking, and that's what you want. You want to get your money's worth, and I definitely can see you getting a complete value out of this product. So again, gonna give it a thumbs up. Definitely go out to streamlight.com and check out the TLR 2HL. You can look up the specs there if you have some more questions. Also, you can leave me a comment or a question in the comments area, and I always try to do my best to respond. So do me a favor, and if you like the video, folks, definitely hit the like button. If you can, share it with the fellow YouTubers, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Appreciate all our subs that we have, and we're always looking to, you know, get more people interested in the channel. So by hitting subscribe, you will get notified of our latest videos that are being produced in your feed. So appreciate everybody help supporting the channel. And again, man, it's Edge 4006 signing out. Fight the good fight and keep your groups tight, brother.